So guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. Hope you guys are staying safe. I hope everything's good wherever you are. Guys, there's a lot of talk. Before we get into the video, guys, really smash the like button on this video. I need your guys' help. My latest video, the one that I put up about Canelo and Bivol. At the minute, my channel is operating a little bit funny, and I like to keep you guys in the loop. I'm getting the views. The view duration is not high like it used to be. Before, I used to get like over 1,000 views on a video, and the view duration used to be high. I don't know whether it's because YouTube are pushing my videos out not to the same people but to new people. Because when you get new people, when YouTube pushes your video out, the view duration is very important, because if your view duration is high and your view count is also high, that's when YouTube start pushing your videos out. And generally it's related with likes. If you're getting a lot of likes on your video, your view duration is generally high. So like on this one, it looks like on this video that I put up lately is going to get over 1,000 views, but the view duration is not good. So that's not great. You know, that doesn't really register well. So what I would say to you is, if you guys can watch from the beginning to the end of the videos, I really appreciate it. Especially my loyal subscribers that have been literally watch all of my videos. So yeah, smash the like button, really smash the like button. I need your help, guys. So smash the like button on all my videos, please. But yeah, let's get straight into this video. So guys, Dmitry Bivol, right? There's a lot of people that want to see him fight Zordo Ramirez. There's a lot of people that are saying that Dmitry Bivol is ducking Zordo Ramirez, which you know, I think Zordo is his mandatory, according to some people, which he surely can't be, because if he was, then Eddie Hearn is pushing the Buatsi fight, and he wants Callum Smith to fight Dmitry Bivol. I'm not too keen on those fights, to be brutally honest with you. Just because I think Bivol will beat Buatsi, and don't get me wrong, I think Bivol beats Zordo Ramirez. That's my opinion. Some may disagree. But the Buatsi fight is not that great a fight, if I'm totally honest with you. Eddie Hearn doesn't represent Zordo Ramirez. Eddie Hearn represents Callum Smith and Joshua Buatsi. So I can understand why he would want to make those fights. And he sent an offer now because it's a lot easier for him to make. However, I think the most sensible fight, the most lucrative fight, and a fight that's probably the bigger fight out of the lot, is probably Zordo Ramirez against Dmitry Bivol. I don't know, because, and let's be honest, Eddie knows. Eddie might not have the full control of the show. That's probably why he feels that, no, I want Bivol to fight one of my guys. I can keep everything in-house. But really, the fight that should be made, which is a bigger fight than Callum Smith and Joshua Buatsi against Bivol, is Zordo Ramirez. And Zordo Ramirez is now in a position where he needs to prove that he's top dog. He needs to prove that, because he's got a great record of 40-something-0, but he's fought nobody. His record isn't very stellar by any stretch. Some of you guys are very high on Zordo Ramirez. I'm still not convinced, just because I'm not sure how good Zordo is. I think he's definitely a good fighter. There's no doubt about it. But I still have my doubts on how good he is. He might be really good, might be a really good fighter. I just, like I said, have my doubts about how good Zordo Ramirez actually is. Because of the fact that level of competition has either been against guys that are not very good, or against guys that are slightly past their best. So we don't really know how good he is. I would like to see Zordo against Dmitry Bivol, because I think it's a bigger fight. I think it's probably a more challenging fight than Buatsi. I'm not sure about Callum Smith. Would Zordo beat Buatsi and Callum Smith? Possibly. I think he possibly could. I think Zordo Ramirez is a very good challenge for Dmitry Bivol, and he's a Mexican. So, you know, Oscar De La Hoya made a great point where, you know, it's a Mexican trying to avenge the loss of another Mexican. Not to say that I think he can, because I wouldn't pick Zordo Ramirez. I think Ramirez is pretty, how to I say, I think he's pretty robotic to me. That's just my opinion of watching him. And I think Bivol will just be too fast, too cute, and his footwork will be too good. But by no means do I think it's a foregone conclusion. I think Ramirez is a good fighter. Hence why I want to see over Buatsi, because Buatsi, I don't give him a much chance. Some people think Buatsi is a dangerous fight. I don't think he is. Buatsi hasn't got a great defense. Buatsi's at times can be very wild. You can see his right hand coming. And I think that's why Virgil Hunter doesn't actually think Buatsi is ready. I think Virgil Hunter wants Buatsi to have a few more fights. And the reason why Virgil Hunter wants Buatsi to have a few more fights is because I think Virgil Hunter understands that Buatsi needs to fight a bit more stiffer competition. He needs more experience. Look, he clearly said when Eddie Hearn said about Beterbiev, he said, you want him to get brain damage. Normally, Virgil Hunter doesn't say those things unless he doesn't think. I remember when Amir Khan was fighting Terence Crawford, and the reporter asked him, how does Amir Khan beat Terence Crawford? And he said, with a lot of good luck and prayer, which meant he didn't, at the stage of Khan's career where he was, with the preparation he had, Khan wasn't at that point at any stage. I mean, Khan at that point in his career wasn't in the position where he could compete with Crawford. And I think Virgil knew that 6-7 years earlier. I'm not saying Khan would have beaten Crawford, but it would have been a much more competitive fight, and Virgil Hunter would have been far more confident than what he was. And Virgil Hunter, same here, did not show the level of enthusiasm that he had with Andre Ward when Andre Ward was fighting those guys, because Virgil Hunter knows, he's a very experienced man. He's been in the game a very long time. He knows that Buatsi is not ready for Dmitry Bivol or Arthur Beterbiev. But the thing is that the problem is, I think Eddie Hearn's kind of in a position where he wants to get Buatsi a big fight, and he wants to take the stabilizers off. And sometimes you get thrown in, not because of the fact Buatsi, he's been around a long time now, and he hasn't really had any big fights at world level. So whereas like Anthony Yard has, Callum Smith has, even Callum Johnson has, and Buatsi's the only guy really that hasn't really, even Craig Richards has, the guy that Buatsi beat in his last fight, whereas he's not had anything. So Eddie Hearn is pushing Buatsi in before his time, in my opinion, because I think it's the pressure of delivering him a big fight, and Buatsi probably wants a big fight, but I don't think he's ready on his performance, and I think he'll get beat by Dmitry, and I think Zoldo Ramirez would also get beat. I think Zoldo Ramirez has definitely had much better experience, and he's more seasoned than Buatsi, hence why I think it's a much better fight. I think he's been in there with some decent names. Don't get me wrong, he hasn't been in with anything special. If I get his record up here, 1 second, I'll just tell you some of the names that he's actually been in with. I definitely know that his names that he's been in with are much stronger than someone like Joshua Buatsi. But, oh no, I'm on the Zoldo Gilberto Ramirez. All right, okay, here we go. So he's 44-0. So he's fought guys like Jesse Hart, Sullivan Barrera, Arthur Abraham, you know, Derek Edwards. So as you see there, he's been in with some decent opposition. Nothing, you know, Sullivan Barrera, Jesse Hart. He's been in with, who else there? Arthur Abraham. So he's been in with okay opposition, you know, not nothing stellar, not nothing out of this world. Arthur Abraham was past his best when he fought Ramirez, you know, so he's not been in with anything out of this world kind of competition. He's still relatively unproven, bearing in mind Arthur Abraham was beaten by Chris Eubank as well. So yeah, look, I think Ramirez is pretty untested, but I still say he's had tougher competition than Buatsi, who, for me, is kind of like not kicked on. So not kicked on, and what I mean by that is there was a lot of promise, but we've not yet seen what was promised early on. He's good, but we haven't seen enough. This guy, Ramirez, again, there's people talk about him very highly. You know, he obviously held a title at super middleweight as well, you know, from 2016 to 2019. Now he's looking to become a light heavyweight champion. But I just think the Bivol fight, from looking at when I saw him fight, seeing highlights and seeing some of his other fights, the way he fights stylistically, I just don't think technically he'll be able to cope with Bivol. Bivol is also a very, very good technical boxer. Very hard to hit, very consistent in his moves. I think he will beat Ramirez on points pretty soundly. I think it'll be pretty hard for Ramirez to win that fight. That's just my honest opinion. Is he ducking Ramirez? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think Dmitry Bivol is ducking Ramirez. I know a lot of fans seem to think he is, but no, I don't think he is. I think Dmitry Bivol just fought Canelo. I think Dmitry Bivol will fight Ramirez or fight anybody. I don't think those fighters from that part of the world, they don't come across as fighters that will duck anybody. Bivol won't duck Ramirez. Not in the slightest. He'll fight him in a heartbeat. But that's my take. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. Smash the like button on this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.